Our FFA chapter tribute is brought to you by Pioneer, developing new generations of seed innovations for new generations of farmers. Pioneer, what's next happens here. And we're excited as always to meet that next generation of agricultural leader. This week, we're talking with Amara Jackson. She's serving as president of the National Officer Team for the FFA this year. And Amara, thanks for making the time to talk with us.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start at the beginning. Amara, tell us about where you grew up. Did you come up in an agricultural family?
So I'm from a small, I'm from a small town in Michigan called Corunna. So as a Michigander, we do the classic handhold, and it's right about here on the map. Rural community, I first got introduced to agriculture by growing up raising and showing horses with my family. And then my extended family are also cash crop farmers. So very familiar with the agriculture industry. And then my love for agriculture just continued to develop during my time in FFA.
What were some of the highlights of your time serving in high school in FFA?
Oh my gosh, I loved my involvement with the Corunna FFA chapter. One of those highlights was when I got to attend my first state FFA convention in 2019. During that time, I wasn't competing anything. I wasn't doing anything extravagant. It's a highlight because I realized in that moment, man, I'm a part of something way bigger than myself. And I saw all the opportunities to get involved after that time at that convention. Another highlight was when I attended the Washington Leadership Conference in Washington, D.C. That was my first big overnight trip by myself, and you go to that conference not knowing anybody else. And so I just had great exposure to friendship and made some great memories and learned some incredible lessons that week.
That's fantastic. Now you get to lead this organization that's bigger than yourself. Amara, tell us, what are your responsibilities as president? What's the day-to-day job look like?
So as president, we share a lot of similar responsibilities as the 4 vice presidents and the secretary that also serve alongside me. But one role that I do have is I lead or chair the National FFA Board of Directors, and then I also sit on the National FFA Board of Trustees. So serving in those capacities has been really enlightening on my end, having the opportunity to see the behind the scenes of how the National FFA organization runs. As a student in high school, those were functions that I never even thought about. And so now having the opportunity to lead and serve as a voice on those boards is really exciting to me.
That is fantastic. Amara, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us this week. We wish you the best of luck in your future career and your reigning year of service as FFA president.